Well, a very good morning from Phuket, and today we're back over in KARON. We're going to be taking another look at the southern end of KARON. I want to take a more in-depth look at this area. So where we are is where I left off on the edge of Kata and KARON video. So behind me is the beach, but we're not going to go on the beach today. In fact, we're going to explore the area around this beach area. So across the road we have Kata Villa, which I think I showed on that previous video, but I'm not going to be covering that too much. But what I do want to do is walk up the side that's just by the side of Kata Villa. Now of course Kata Villa, they do offer some very good accommodation. They do have a swimming pool. The accommodation is basic, but it's not expensive. They've got quite a nice restaurant, and I have dined in that restaurant quite a few times, and I have to say, whilst the food doesn't blow me away, it is very good food, especially given the prices. I mean, they do some cracking deals. I remember one time I went in there, I had a burger and a beer for 100 baht, which I think is fantastic value. So you have Kata Villa there, and then opposite Kata Villa we've got the Tan Terrace, which I have mentioned on that video about being fairly expensive because it's a beach club. But what I want to do is first of all have a wander up this side. Let me just check the road, and the reason why I'm wandering up this side is because over the last few months in my Facebook group I've had a lot of people asking me about the Horizon Hotel. Now I have been over here maybe 3 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, and it was still closed. In fact, it was looking pretty poor, to be honest. So I'm going to have a wander up here and see whether it's reopened, because people are constantly asking me about this hotel. Is it open? What's happened to it? And honestly, I really don't know. And it seems like it was a very popular hotel, and I don't understand why it hasn't reopened. We do have a few other hotels along this side. In fact, I can just see some people walking down the road at the top here, and I'm wondering whether this has reopened now up there, because the Horizon is just at the top of this side here. So where these people are walking down is where the hotel is. But there is another one here. I don't know much about the hotels just here, but I do know the owner that has one of the hotels a little bit further up that I want to do a review on. I was going to do a review on it maybe 6 months ago, but it was just at the end when we were coming out of COVID, and they weren't fully staffed up, and the actual owner is the same owner that owns the Sea View in Patong, which I've reviewed, as you will know if you follow the channel. She was actually in the salon this morning, and I was going to ask her, but I was doing other things, so I didn't get round to it. But I will ask her, because she owns not this hotel here, but the one behind it. So it's got a lovely spot. And from all the things that I've read about the reviews, apparently it's a very nice hotel, and there's a lot of people asking me about hotels in KARON and this sort of area. So I want to be able to recommend, or at least show, more hotels in this area. I try not to recommend as such, simply because obviously everybody's different. We're all looking for different things. So what I might like, somebody else might not. But I do try to show the accommodation or whatever it is that I'm filming in as much detail as I can. Now you're probably hearing me pant a bit, and that is because it is damn hot today, and it has been now for quite some weeks. I don't think people realise just how hot the weather can get. So we've got some more accommodation there. Again, I don't really know much about it, and honestly the roof's fallen in there, so is it open? I don't know, but that doesn't look very good there. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just zoom in a little bit. You can actually see the roof's not in a great state. So I would imagine, even though it does look like it's open, I don't see any staff, it's probably not open. I don't know, but I have seen those people just walking down. So they've obviously walked down from somewhere. Now this is the hotel that I was on about. And looking at the front of it, I'm not sure whether it is open or not. Let's get a little bit closer and have a look. You can see the name there, the Horizon KARON Beach, I guess it's resort. I don't see anybody in the security box just here. So, and the grounds are not exactly manicured. So I'm guessing that this is not open as yet. Now I don't know why this has not reopened, because there's a lot of people saying a lot of good things about this place. Now whether it's simply because the company don't have enough funds to restart up, I don't know. There's a tuk-tuk park there, but to me this doesn't look like it's open at all. It looks like it's closed, I'll be honest. So you can see it for yourselves. The Horizon, I wouldn't say that's open. I don't see any staff anywhere. I do see some vehicles, but how long these have been here, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think that's open. Now this is something you will find over here in Thailand with a lot of businesses. They come and go, and the problem that you have is a lot of the businesses underestimate the running costs of a business, and they think they're going to open a business and from day one they're going to be making money. Well, we all know that's not the case in the business world. It can sometimes take a long time to get established and make money, so you have to have what they call running capital. So even if your business isn't making any money, you've still got money to pay all the outgoings, rent, whatever it may be, staffing costs. Now over in Thailand, a lot of the businesses, unfortunately, they open up and they have very minimal funds, and this is where they go wrong. Now I don't know with this hotel whether it's independently owned or been owned by a group. I'm not sure. I don't know too much about it. I don't understand why it hasn't reopened. Let's get the words out, Tone. Let's get the words out. The only thing I can think of is they haven't got the startup costs. That's as simple as that, because obviously to reopen a business after it's been closed for a while, you're going to have to spend some money, because there's going to be refurbishment needed. You're going to have to take on staff, and when you open up, you're not going to immediately start to make money from day one. You're going to have to recoup all those startup costs, and maybe that's the reason. They just simply don't have the startup money. I don't know. I'm not saying it is that reason, but this is a lot to do with a lot of the businesses why some have not reopened after COVID, because they just simply haven't got the money. They've opened the businesses on a shoestring, really. And as I've said to Nat many times, this is where a lot of them go wrong. They've got a little bit of money in the pocket in the bank. They think, okay, let's open a business, because it is very easy to open a business. But make money out here, that's totally different. People think it's very easy, but it's not. It's highly competitive here, no matter what business you've got, whether you've got a hotel, a hire company with motorbikes and cars, a salon like ours. There are literally thousands of people doing the same as you, and you're competing against those. And obviously you need time to get established in the market for people to know that you're reliable, you're reasonably priced, and then you can start to get a regular client base where you then make money. But from day one it is very difficult. Very easy to open a business, but very difficult to actually make money in the business. And this is why we see businesses come and go 3 months, 6 months. This is the reasons why. Here we have, I forget the actual name of it, but it's something to do with the princess or the Queen's daughter, something to do with that. I mean, Nat knows a little bit, somebody trying to get on video there, a little bit more about it than me. I mean, it used to be a sports field, football and different things, and it's been in this state for quite some time. Now, why they haven't demolished it, I believe the reason, I read something some time ago about it, that obviously they got to get permission from the princess to be able to do that, because it's, as I say, it's something to do with the princess. I can't remember all the details. If you actually know, then please do drop it in the comment section. I know the rough story behind it. They haven't got the permission at the moment to do anything about it. There were some businesses along here that were operating a few years ago, just before COVID, and now they've all gone and they've closed it off. And it's a bit of a shame, because it's a nice area, and it's a bit of an eyesore, really, if I'm honest, now in this area, because you've got such a beautiful area here with the beach, and then you've got that, which sort of lets it down. But that's just the way it is here. So let's now cross up the road back, so we're closest to the beach. And what we're going to do is make our way further along KARON Road. So carrying on from the video that I did up to this point, and we're going to explore the area directly in front of us to the right hand side. There are some restaurants, there's quite a lot of facilities there, shops and bars. We're going to take a look at it in the daytime, and then I'm going to come back over and show it you in the evening time, so that if you are staying here where I am now, and when I say here I mean along this sort of stretch, and obviously at the Beyond KARON Resort or a little bit further back, there's obviously accommodation running down there, and there's also the, I think it's called the Orchid Resort, down one of the sides we're going to walk down. There's more accommodation around here, and there's some nice hotels to the right hand side as well as we walk along, well, the seafront, because we are literally by the side of KARON Beach. So I want to explore this area in more detail, because there is a lot here, and people are asking me, is there much here? What can we do? Are there shops? Are there restaurants? Well, the answer is yes, and quite a lot, to be honest. You'll have to excuse me if I cough a few times during the video, because I have picked up a cough. Both myself and Nat in the last 2 weeks have picked something up. We're not sure. I don't want to use the word COVID, but I was not feeling very well for a couple of days, and I stayed at home. That was last week, just maybe a little bit longer, 10 days ago. And unfortunately, it's left me with this cough. So apologies for that if I'm coughing during the video, but I am trying to get rid of it. We've gone through 3 bottles of cough medicine, and I find the cough medicine out here not very good, to be honest. We got one of the best that they recommend. We've done 3 bottles of it and we've still both got the cough. So it's a little bit unfortunate, but anyway, going back to the video, as you can see, there are a few places now that's opened up here. I'm not quite sure what that is. Let's just cross over the road. It's a busy road, this. I'll wait for a little bit of a gap. Here we go. And we can go and take a little bit of a closer look. I don't want to use the word market, but there are obviously some vendors down here selling different items, food and drink, pancakes I can see that's not open, pad thai, beach accessories and fruit shakes. And then as we work our way further along, we've got these restaurants. Now some of these restaurants are quite good apparently. Again, I haven't eaten at these, but there's a few people made comments in my Facebook group about these restaurants. There's one in particular, I can't remember the name of it. I don't know whether it's the Twins restaurant or actually it might be this one here, the Bounty Seafood restaurant. I've had a few comments about that saying it's very good, very well priced. Swaddy Cap, good morning. So I'm just going to show you quickly just that page, and then you've got an idea. Obviously they do a lot more, but you can see the prices as well. It gives you an idea. Well, pizza's there for 75 baht. How big they are, I don't know. Tom Yum Goong, 89. Ooh, nice selection of fish there. So this is more your seafood restaurants, but there's quite a few along here. As you say, you've got an excellent choice when it comes to seafood restaurants for sure in this particular area. As I say, I can't give personal recommendations because I haven't yet eaten in them. I am working my way through. I do reviews of restaurants, and I do go to restaurants and give you my opinion. As I've said, food is very much a personal thing, like a lot of things. So just because I like a restaurant doesn't necessarily mean you will also, but I try to give an honest opinion of the food. Obviously, I don't cover restaurants where the food is not very good, because at the end of the day, it's not my intention to degrade restaurants, or, for a better word, slag restaurants off. I don't want to do that. That's not my intention at all with the channel. If the food's not very good, or the restaurant or whatever I'm covering isn't very good, I simply don't cover it. It's that simple. Now, as I was saying, the Andaman Sea view here that we've got here is actually owned by the lady I was telling you about earlier that's a client of our salon, and I do want to come over and cover this restaurant. I had a chance 6 months ago. She said I could come over, no problem. She owns about 5 hotels. Well, her family I should make that clear, own about 5 hotels in Phuket and also in Koh Lak. And she said if I want to go to any of them, I'm more than welcome to go and have a look around and do a review. But this one I want to do in the next sort of month or so. I meant to have a word with her this morning, but I was distracted. She comes most days, every few days. So the next time she's in there, I will speak to her about it and try and get myself sorted so I cover that one. Because again, as you can see, the hotel is there, the beach is there. So what, 30 meters, maybe a little bit further, but that's it. And you're straight onto KARON Beach. So a great spot. And I have heard good things about the hotel. And I'm not just saying that because she's a client of our business. I have honestly heard quite good things about the sea view here in KARON. So it's somewhere I want to cover so that you get an idea and maybe you want to book into it. Let's just make our way across the other side, if I can get across. Now, I am on a pedestrian crossing, but as I've mentioned before, the laws over here, riders, drivers, they don't sort of recognise these pedestrian crossings. So you need to be careful when you are using them, because a lot of people don't stop, even though they should. And they should give way to people on pedestrian crossings. They don't. So just bear that in mind when you're crossing. I have mentioned it before. Now we're coming up to the Phuket Island View Hotel. Don't know much about this, but I had somebody comment about the Capri restaurant the other day saying it was excellent. A great place to dine. I believe it's an Italian stroke Thai restaurant, so they do Thai food and also Italian food in there. And I noticed when I was walking down here, setting up really for the video, that they do an all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet for 250 baht. And I thought, well, I don't know how good it is, haven't had a look at it myself, but I thought for 250 baht, as you can see on the sign there, I thought that's a bit of a bargain for breakfast, all you can eat. So you could go in there, really fill up on the breakfast, and then you wouldn't really need anything for the rest of the day until the evening. So there you go, all you can eat, and it starts at 7 AM and finishes at 10:30. So definitely a way you could possibly save yourself money, because if you go in there in the morning and really fill up, you're not going to want anything for the rest of the day until the evening time. So you miss out lunch. I will try and get over and try that myself and cover it. But as you can see now, I mean, this place was closed for a long time. If you look back on my videos, this was all derelict. A lot of the businesses here was looking very, very poor, in fact. But as you can see, it's all reopened. There's an exchange there. And it's looking way, way better. So plenty of choice when it comes to restaurants just in this vicinity. So if you're staying here in the southern end of KARON, you don't really need to go further out to find food, unless of course these restaurants are not suitable for yourselves. We've got a mini mart over there as well. There's a few sides. Now I'm going to go down these sides so you can have a look, because I know there's a bar section at the back and people are interested in nightlife. So there's a side that we're coming up to just here, I think it is. I'm going to cross over the road. We'll have a walk around there. I have covered it before, but as I've said, it's been a while and I want to bring the videos a little bit more up to date. Whoa, 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 whoa. Motorbike there, got to watch I don't get run over. Somebody doing, looks like the rotis, banana rotis. And then you come in here and you've got sunglass place, hats and beach accessories, food places, restaurants, small restaurants. Great choice when it comes to stuff. Here, more shops, looks like a tattooist there. So if you're looking for tattoo, again, this is something a lot of people are asking me in my group about tattoos. So there are places, and then of course we've got the bars here. Obviously we're in the morning at the moment, so some of these are not open. They will be open later in the evening, and I shall come round and show them in the evening time on another video. Spotty Cap, good morning. Some are open, some are not. So, but it's a great little area if you want to come. Not too many girls, I don't think, working in this area. A few, I'm going to guess. But if you're here with your family and you don't want too many girls in your face, it's not great when you're here with a family, I know that. Then maybe this is a place that you could come and check out. I will say there will be some girls working here for sure, there's no doubt about that, but not too many. Nika, good morning. So again, another little sigh there running off this one. Lots of motorbike rental around here. So again, if you want to hire a bike, you've got some choices there. And then another restaurant right on the corner. In fact, there's a restaurant here, there's one across the road, which is also a hotel as well. Again, I don't know. Please do leave any comments down in the comment section if you know about this restaurant. You've eaten here, you've dined here. The Chill Grill, it's called. Let me know what the food's like. I can't possibly dine at every single restaurant there is in Phuket. One, it would cost me a fortune, and I don't think it'd be physically possible. And then we have a hotel and restaurant here as well. Again, I did have a quick look at the menu when I was walking past earlier. Reasonable prices, not cheap, but reasonable prices for Karon. And then of course we've got the Phuket Orchid Resort running along this road. I will put the name of this road on the video so you know where I am. We've got a mini mart, so if you're looking for bits and pieces, you're going to be able to find it in there. Let's make our way up here. I've got to be careful because I'm actually walking on the road. There doesn't seem to be a sidewalk here. And then we've got lots of shops, small, well, when I say shops, small stalls selling beach accessories and Thai souvenirs, hats, flip-flops, that sort of thing. So that's always handy, and there are some shops behind as well, so you might want to check that out. It's very hard to film everything. There's an exchange here. Again, I'm not going to bother trying to film the exchange prices because as you can see on the front, they've all got this no camera sign, and some of them can get a little bit high rate, and I don't want to have an argument over something silly. Sandwich box here. I actually want to try this because this is something you don't find too often. Sandwich places, and sometimes you just want a sandwich, so I don't know if you can see those prices. Again, reasonable. Ham and cheese 130, bacon and cheese 130, toasted sandwich, paninis, salads, wraps, so reasonable. And again, the drinks prices all reasonable. So it's a place I wanted to try, but they shut quite early in the evening because I wanted to come over and have a sandwich the other day, and I found that place listed on Google, and unfortunately they'd already closed. I think it was about 6 o'clock they shut. Tour information place there if you want to book a tour. As you know, there is a link in the description down below. Please do use it for Nika. She does do tours. She offers the group some really good rates, and a lot of people that have used her have said how good her service is. So opposite we have the Phuket Orchid Resort and Spa. It is now open. It was closed for a long time. Behind me we have a restaurant called the Paradise, so lots of places. Let's cross over so I can show one side of the road a little bit better. You've got quite a few massage shops along here as well, so you're not going to be short for massage. I don't know much about this place. I've heard some good reports. Obviously I'm not a guest there, so I can't go in. I don't know how well you can see that, but they've got a really big face statue there. Is it open? Well, it looks very quiet. I can't see no staff there. It is open. I know there's people staying there. There's another restaurant I think over there, so maybe this is only used in the evening time. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but it is open. And then we have what they've got signed as a Karon shopping mall, but honestly this is basically a mini mart because I had a look when I was walking down earlier on, and it's just a mini mart. It's far from a shopping mall. Why it's called a shopping mall, I don't know. Obviously somebody's got an idea, they think it's a shopping mall, but it's definitely not. But on the other side of the road, pharmacy, lots and lots of massage. You can see there's people there enjoying the fish one, where you put your feet in the tank and the fish nibble on the skin. Now I have tried that and it is an unusual experience, I will say. If you're ticklish, it's probably best you don't do it because it does tickle, I'll be honest with you. Both myself and Nat. Nat didn't like it too much because she's got ticklish feet, so She didn't want to keep her feet in the tank for too long because of the fish. They don't hurt, but they just tickle. And then moving further along the road, more beachwear stuff, mats, hats, bikinis, travel shop, 7-Eleven. There's a bit of building going on here. There are still some reminders, of course, of the last 3 years or 2 years of COVID. A few businesses still shut, a few areas not looking quite as good as they should. But we're going to have a look around this area here coming up to the traffic lights, because again, people have been asking me about these hotels in this area. Now, honestly, I didn't know or didn't realise there was so much in this little area here. There's quite a few bars down the one side that I noticed this morning, and some guest houses. So I would guess, looking at them, they're more on the cheaper scale, on the sort of more budget-friendly side. There are some bigger hotels along the main road. Now this is the main Patong road at the bottom where the traffic lights are. So that runs at the back of KARON and obviously through into KARON. But we've got another exchange place. So plenty of exchanges. There's a restaurant here as well. This opens later in the day. I have seen it open. It is open. It's closed at the minute. It's actually around lunchtime now. We're just coming up to lunchtime. Very, very warm. I don't know how well that'll pick it up, but I am pouring a sweat. A little bit more cloudier today, but less of a breeze, so it's making it warm. My t-shirt is soaking wet. We're going to carry on walking up here. We're coming up to one of the little sides off here, and I shall go down there and show you the bars and what's here. But there's a great choice of restaurants. Of course, I don't know how good they are, but there's plenty of restaurants in this very small area to choose from. So you're going to find something for sure. Apologies. And bars as well. We've got bars up running along this street. There's a few here, and then there's this side here, but I'm going to actually go down the next one because a lot of the units down there still look like they're closed. But the next one, there are quite a few bars along the next side. So rather than going out onto the main road, we're just going to nip into a side that we're just coming up to, where you can see yourself another small Thai restaurant across there. People in, waving there. So, but it's definitely people in there, and another one next door to that. Again, you're going to have to try these places to find out whether they're good, but great choice. And then on the main road, you've got a restaurant called Eat. I've eaten in there, and it's nice. And this is the little side that I was telling you about, right next to a laundrette. And there's a couple of bars. Let's go down here because there's some guest houses that are a little way off the main road, and I'm guessing they're going to be very budget friendly. But I will come back in the evening time and show you what this is like. Of course, there are some places on the other side there that are closed up. So a bit of give and take really. There's a big bar here, and then there's another one here, and then there's a bar restaurant just a little bit further down. So I know people stay in this area because I've had people send me emails asking me about the area, and I didn't really know a lot about it. I really am sorry about that, about the coffee. I need a bottle of water, I think. I just can't seem to shake this cough. Since COVID, I've noticed a lot of people seem to have coughs. This is something I've noticed where I live. When you're sitting outside in the garden, or when I'm sitting outside in the garden, I can hear people coughing all the time from people that live around me. So it does make me wonder. And when we went to buy the cough medicine, they're always running out. They just never seem to have enough, which tells me there's a lot of people buying cough medicine. So we've got a restaurant stroke guest house because it says rooms for rent. I don't know much about this, but I'm guessing it's Scandinavian. One, the Vikings. I've had a quick look on the menu. Very reasonable prices again on the menu. What the food's like in there, I don't know, but they do, I think it's an all you can eat for 299 baht. Obviously that's in Scandinavian, is it? I'm not quite sure. I don't know much about the Scandinavian language, but I believe this is Scandinavian. So barbecue on a Saturday from 9 It's not all you can eat. I thought it was an all you can eat, but it is 299 baht. But I'm getting confused with somewhere else. But again, I've had a quick look on the menu that was outside earlier, and the prices are great. You know, they're not dear at all. You can see yourself there. 100 baht, 90 baht. There are some dearer items, obviously steak, fried salmon, 320. Norwegian coffee, 50 baht. So definitely a Norwegian place and Scandinavian place. Breakfast they do. Thai dishes again. All reasonably priced. Got some people here. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
You carry on. Okay. So some people want to have a look at the menu, so I'll move away. And then opposite here we have a scuba diving place. Just there. That's open. And then we have the KARON Place Hotel. Again, don't know much about it. If you've stayed there, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Restaurants here in front. So plenty of places around here. So what I'm going to do is walk down here and then back out onto the main road. There's a few places that are not open along here, of course, but there's a small restaurant there. It looks okay. I don't know what the prices are actually. Let's just go and have a quick look so we know. Again, not too bad. I don't want to spend too long looking at the menu. I just want to give you an idea. So cheeseburger 149. That's not bad. Carbonara 159. Again, not bad. Swaddy Cap. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Yeah, I'm very well. How are you?
Thank you very much.
Okay, good. Thai dishes, of course. Penang curry. I've just been posting about that in the group. So we've got some. Quite sure how that's working. I suppose it depends on how you order it. If it's fish, prawn, beef, or chicken or pork, it varies on the price. 179 or 159 for all those, depending on what you order. And we've got Massaman curry, 189. Again, reasonable prices. Don't know how good the food is, but it might be worth checking out and trying some of the dishes on there. There's a few people in there. Like I say, it's just coming up to lunchtime now. I don't think it's quite lunchtime. Let's just have a look on my phone. Oh, it is actually. It's 20 past 1, so it's a little bit later. No wonder it's so hot and I'm pouring a sweat. So again, we've got some rooms for rent, I'm guessing, along here. If you're looking for more budget accommodation, some people are, of course, and not everybody wants to stay in 5-star hotels. You've got some rooms above there as well. Again, I don't know what they're like. I don't know how much they are. But there's, this is called the Pineapple Guest House. Now, I'm sure somebody asked me about this some time ago. Good morning. How are you finding it? Good? Yeah, most people are saying that it's good. So, Pineapple Guest House and Cafe, it says. Rooms for rent. Maybe you want to check that out if you're looking for some cheaper accommodation. Let's see whether we can get a little bit closer on the phone number. Make it easier for you to contact them. There's people staying there. Lots of choices when it comes to accommodation. As I say, if you're on a tighter budget, you may not want to stay in the larger hotels, of course, because they can be more pricey. I know you can find rooms over here for 500 baht upwards, and people are going to go, what? But you can, if you look. Obviously, they're not going to be the Ritz. Just bear that in mind. Another restaurant over there, by Kayak. Now, where we are now on the Patong Road, the Hilton Hotel is just over this brow and down in the dip. So that just gives you a marker so you know where we are. We've got condominiums over there. I think either that's a hotel or they're condominiums. We've got some banks here, exchanges. The Eat is just down there. I don't know if you can see that sign, just about there. That's a nice place. It's not cheap, but the food in there, I had a burger in there one time and it was really nice. It's been a while, it's been 3 years, so obviously things change. But it was nice when I went in there. Not massively expensive, but not cheap as what I call budget. Definitely not. I can't remember how much the burger was, to be honest, but it wasn't cheap. But it was a nice burger, and it was that Wagyu beef burger rather than the standard beef. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video, this walk around this southern end of KARON, and give you a little bit more insight to this sort of area, what's around here, what you're going to be able to find. There are some very good facilities, lots of businesses along the Patong Road, which is directly behind the camera at the moment. As I say, you will find lots of choices here, definitely. So please do, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Check out the description down below. Got to get rid of this cough. Definitely got to get rid of this cough. I shall be back to check out this area in the evening time. We're going to do a tour out and walk around so you get an idea and feel for the place at night time, because again, people want to know what it's like at night time. I'm sure when you're on holiday you want to have somewhere to go and enjoy a nice cold beer, glass of wine, whatever it may be. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, you take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.